Hey guys, it's Dan. I'm going to do another video about merch by Amazon, and the reason is because that video has gotten more views than any video I've made since I started doing this, and it's one of my most recent videos too, so it shows me that people care and it's helpful. So what I want to kind of talk about is what I think, or what's my experience in what's worth my time as far as merch versus the other print-on-demand sites, because there are a ton of them, as you probably know. I think a lot of people watching this will be already in the merch program, but probably some others will be waiting to get accepted because that can take a while. A friend of mine just got accepted, I don't know, a little more than a month ago. He only had to wait 3 weeks, but I know other people that have been waiting months, like a few months, even longer. One particular friend, I think he was waiting a good 6 months or maybe more. So anyway, I'm going to try to make this valuable whether you're already in merch or not. But my experience is right now I'm on the 100 tier of merch, and I'm really close to making my 100th sale. Actually, I'm guessing that cancellations don't count towards your total, but if they do, I might already be past 100. If they don't, I'm at like somewhere 92 to 95, depending on how many I sold today. So I'm getting close to the tier up, so hopefully the next time I make a video about this, I'll be at the 500 level. But most of my designs, most of my 100 designs that I have up went up pretty recently because they let me do 2 a day from the time that I tiered up from the 25 level. So basically I had 25 designs. They said, okay, now you can have 100, which is 75 more obviously, and you can do 2 a day. So what is that? You know, a little more than a month I could do 2 a day. And then a few of my old designs that didn't sell in the first 60 or 90 days, they changed the rule how that works, but the ones that didn't sell in that defined period got automatically removed. So I got to add a few more new ones because of that too. But before I even got tiered up to the 100 design level on merch, I hired a VA to do some part-time work for me. And what we were doing was creating a bunch of designs, because this is back when I was on the 25 design tier with Amazon, but we did a lot more designs and we put them on Redbubble, Teespring, and I have a Printful integration with, I know some of you probably haven't heard of that one, but Printful.com, they have an integration with Amazon so that you can sell shirts on Amazon that Printful fulfills, and those listings, they're not Amazon merch listings, so it doesn't say sold by Amazon. It's a what's the word for that? A merchant fulfilled item, even though I'm not actually fulfilling it. I have the integration, so Printful is doing that. So it's still print on demand. I still don't have to buy inventory. When the sale happens at Amazon, the integration lets Printful know, and then they create this shirt and ship it out. It's not as quick, and you have to price a little bit higher to make anything with Printful. So those are a couple disadvantages. And let's see, I said I'm on Redbubble. That overall has been my best, that's my number 2 to merch, and it's nowhere near as good as merch, but it's a lot better for me anyway than all the other ones I've tried besides merch. So to give you the skinny on Redbubble, there are tons of different products. The majority of my sales are stickers, and that's the cheapest products they have, I believe. So it wouldn't surprise me if they use those as kind of a way to get people onto their site and hopefully buy shirts and hats and whatever. They have bags, they have laptop covers, they have tablet covers, phone covers, they have a million things. I think they have socks. They have the most variety out of any of the platforms that I'm using. You've also got some others like Cafe Press and Zazzle that have been around for a long time. They may have just as many items. I'm really not sure. I know they have a lot, you know. All these guys tend to have like mugs and water bottles and stuff like that, even dog t-shirts. But still, I think the majority of your sales are going to be in a few products, most likely. Anyway, that's my experience. In Redbubble, I did sell one pillow, a throw pillow. That was actually my first sale, but it's mostly shirts and stickers, and it's many more stickers than shirts. I sell, I don't know, 3 to 5 stickers, and then I'll sell a shirt. So, and just to give you an idea, just off the top of my head, I've probably got about 5 shirt sales on Redbubble, and I've got almost 100 on merch. And I had more designs on Redbubble earlier than I did on merch. I've got about 85 designs on Redbubble, and I just recently now have more designs on merch. But a couple months ago, I only had 25 on merch and I had 85 on Redbubble, and I still only made a few sales there. So definitely you get more sales per design on merch, even though merch only has shirts right now. So everybody, of course, is hoping they'll expand to sweatshirts and mugs and whatever they decide to go with, but who knows when exactly that will happen. It would make sense if they start doing that at some point. So Redbubble is my number 2 by a long shot. Printful, I had really high hopes for it. A friend of mine and I, we both got involved in Printful, and we were thinking, this is great. This is a way around your tier limitations. So if you're limited to like 10 or 25 or 100 designs on your merch tier, you can get around that and load as many as you want on Printful. So first of all, it turns out it's not unlimited. Depending on your seller account with Amazon, and I'm not totally clear on all the details here, I don't know if anybody is, but Amazon limits you on how many ASINs, they call them ASINs, it's like a SKU, how many individual products you can upload. And the thing is, each color and each size counts. So if you, let's see, I think each one of mine, I have to think back a little bit, they were like anywhere from 60 to 100 SKUs per design. So you think about, I'd load one shirt and it would be small, medium, large, extra large, double X, triple X, and they even had like 4 and 5X. So in the beginning, I didn't know it mattered, so I was doing all of those. So that's 8. And then you can pick as many colors as you want. It's not like merch where you just pick 5. You can pick all the colors if you want. So, if I would have like 8 sizes, and then I would have 10 colors, and then that's not even counting, I can't remember if I was also doing like women's and youth's designs, or cuts, the shirts. So it really quickly adds up towards whatever your limit is with Amazon. Basically, it worked out that I could do like 5 a day, and then I wouldn't go past my limit, which I think was weekly. I even asked the Amazon people, and not all of their customer service people were totally clear on how that worked even. So anyway, long story short, it seems like it's unlimited, but it's not. Printful doesn't limit you, but Amazon does. And you'll just start getting all these error messages if you're loading too many. And that was confusing because I didn't know why I was getting those, and the Printful people didn't know why. And they said check with Amazon, and of course Amazon, like the Printful integration was new. So I'll quit rambling about it. Basically, the Printful team, they were really good and helpful, but it was very new, and it was basically just disappointing. And if I knew everything I know now, I wouldn't do it again. I wouldn't pay for a VA to upload and spend time and pay somebody to do that, because I've only had like 4 shirt sales, and I think it's 4, and 2 of them got returned. So, I was only making like $3 or $4 a shirt, and then when it gets returned, I have to eat like $16. If I'm selling a $20 shirt and my cost is $16, then Printful doesn't want the shirt back. If the only reason is it doesn't fit, Printful won't take it back and won't refund you. If they screw it up, they will. But basically, the first shirt I sold, the lady said it was too big, and it was a shirt about being a rat pet owner. So that's going to be a hard one to sell. It's not like a very generic thing. And I didn't want to put my Amazon seller account in any kind of jeopardy because I sell other products and it's too important for me. I don't want any bad feedback or any kind of problem with Amazon. They're known to, shut down accounts while they look into customer complaints and things. So I refund her $16, so I lose that. And yeah, she'll ship the shirt back to me, but what am I going to do with that shirt, right? So basically, I deleted all my listings that were through Printful, because, if half of my shirts are getting returned and I'm losing $16 when I get a return, and I'm only making 3 or 4 when I make a sale, then it's just not worth it. I might just have been unlucky to get 2 returns in my first 4, but I didn't want to stick around and see if that trend continued and just lose more and more money. So basically, just not worth the time, and maybe not even profitable. That's Printful. Sorry, Printful. The team was great. They were very helpful, nice people. Hopefully they get it figured out and it's easier and works better. And I don't know. Might have been partly my fault too, like not putting the details about sizing on the side, or who knows. Anyway, moving on. Redbubble, like I said, tons of variety. It's my second best. And if you're waiting to get into merch, I would definitely recommend Redbubble as a place to test your designs. And just because a design doesn't make sales on Redbubble, it doesn't mean they won't make sales on merch, because in general you get many times more sales on merch. But if a design does get sales on Redbubble or whatever else you choose to use, there are a million of them. But if you're getting sales on a shirt that's not on merch, you're almost certainly going to get more sales on merch. So if I was starting again and I was just wanting somewhere to test designs, Redbubble would definitely be my first pick. There's no monthly cost. I don't think so. I think it's zero cost. And you can load as many designs as you want, if I remember correctly. And this is all just from memory, but I haven't hit any kind of a limit to numbers of designs I can load. I haven't seen any kind of monthly fee or anything. They just, when you make a sale, they take a cut and the shirt ships, or the mug or the bag or the pillow. The first sale I made was to somebody in Switzerland. That's another cool thing about Redbubble. I've had a lot of sales. Well, when I say a lot, like 3 or something in Europe, maybe more than 3, but a surprisingly high percentage are in places like Europe and Canada. My last sale was a sticker that went to Canada, and so that's obviously different than merch, which is right now just in the US. Hopefully sometime that will change. I mean, if merch goes to more markets like Europe, Canada, and then they also start offering even just like mugs and sweatshirts, that could, double overnight the amount of sales everybody's making in merch, hopefully. Teespring. Okay, I did Teespring a few years ago when I first came here to Chiang Mai. I had a friend that was doing a lot of sales in Teespring, and I knew a few other people doing decent with it, but one guy in particular, he was making like $60,000 a month. And I thought, wow, okay, I learned from him, I got involved. And Teespring does work, but the key to it really is advertising. Of course, you want a good design, and that's like the beginning point. But most people that I know that make money on Teespring, they're really good with Facebook ads. And so it's up to you to get the traffic and the sales to your shirt. Where with merch, they already have the traffic, and the sales happen mainly organically. Here's a tip for those of you already in merch. If you're in the Amazon Marketing Services program, which is a little bit of a pain in the butt to get into, but if you're in it, you can run ads on your shirt, sending people to your design. And you can even choose other particular products that you will advertise on their listing page. So if you find a shirt that's selling well and your shirt is like similar or the same type of people would like it, you can choose specific other shirts and advertise on that page, which is pretty cool. But I've tried it a little bit, and so far it's not really making a difference. I don't think I've made a single sale. I haven't checked in the last few days, but I just am running it as a little bit of an experiment. If you're really good with Amazon Marketing Services, that might be something that might be an advantage for you over some of the other sellers out there. But yeah, let's see. So Teespring, basically, it's on you. If you're good at driving traffic, it can be worth it. They also have an integration, which I haven't heard anything good about it. I've just heard that it's a pain in the butt and it doesn't work right. That's probably month-old information. But they supposedly have an integration with Amazon, similar to what Printful was doing. And everybody was really excited about that. And then all I heard was people saying it's not working, or my shirts aren't on Amazon. What's going on? How do I get them on there? So I wouldn't hold your breath on that. Maybe they'll get it figured out. Maybe Printful and Teespring both will get all the bumps figured out. But right now, it's not too exciting to me. Another alternative I just want to mention, you might already know about this if you're a good affiliate or if you're good at driving traffic, but Sunfrog is an interesting one, and they're very different than most of the print-on-demand sites. Basically, Sunfrog pays the affiliates who drive traffic more than they pay the artist who makes the designs. So they pay a royalty, from memory, I think it's 5% or close to that, for the artist or the owner of the design. But the affiliate who drives traffic, and they get more like 40%. So if you are a designer or you have designs yourself and you're also good at driving traffic, you can get 45% because you get both if you're the creator and the affiliate. And who knows, they might change those percentages a little bit, but basically it's a very high percentage if you're the affiliate. So that might be worth looking into. Or you can start, if you're an influencer of some kind, you have a big Facebook page or Instagram or something, you can share designs that your audience would like. You don't even have to make designs, and you get 45% of the sale. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, pricing. I might have mentioned this in my other merch video, which you can go check out too. But my pricing right now, my shirts are at $14.99. In the beginning, I had them at $19.99, and I was making sales. But I was doing the math, and I was still at the 25 design tier, and I saw that I had X amount of shirts left to sell to be eligible to tier up to the 100 level, and I wanted to get those sales faster and get tiered up faster, so I dropped my prices. And actually, I think I misspoke. I did that after I was tiered up to the 100 level, but now, of course, I'm trying to get to that 500 tier. So I've dropped my prices a bit to make those sales happen faster. And I think I timed it about right because I'm really close to that 100th sale, and I've only been maxed out on my 100 designs for like a week. So I just didn't want to sit here and twiddle my thumbs and wait for sales to happen when I could be uploading new designs. So for me, the priority was to get that tier up. Once I hit the 500 level, I may reprice a lot of my shirts. I might put them up to $19.99 again. If they're in more of a competitive niche, I might keep them a little lower, like anywhere from $14.99 to maybe $17.99. But I think a lot of my shirts are pretty unique, and there's nobody else that's doing the same type of idea. So I'll probably put a lot of those back up to $19.99 because then I'm making just over $7 a shirt, whereas right now I'm making $3 a shirt. So even if I make a little bit less sales volume, I'll be making more than twice as much per sale. So, just depends on what your goals are. If you want to get more sales to tier up quickly, you might want to price on the lower side. And if you think you have a lot of good designs up and you want to start actually making that income, then you can go ahead and raise your prices a bit. And it pays to do a quick search to see what else comes up in your niche, because if everybody's at $14.99 and you're the only guy at 20 and your theme and your designs are very similar, that might be a tough one. If you can make designs that look a lot better, you can probably get the extra $5. But yeah, that's kind of what was on my mind for Amazon merch today. I hope that was helpful for you. Of course, you're welcome to subscribe, and I'll be making videos. I really like to make videos when I get questions, and so feel free to comment with questions, or you can send me a message. I post these on YouTube and Facebook generally. So I'd love to hear what topics you want me to talk about next time, and I hope this was valuable for you. Thank you, everybody. Have a good one.